Hello everybody and welcome to Line or Lane. I don't know how to quite pronounce it. But anyways, this is a horror game. It's a visual novel that I saw on Steam and it was free, so I was like, why not? I'll play it. Basically from what I saw from the game is this game is obviously a visual novel, but it has something to do with stress levels. And you'll see in the top right corner when I start the game that there's a stress level within the game. So you know what? Enough talking about it. So let's start the game. I don't know too much about this game. So when I regain consciousness, I realize I'm in public bathroom, but it's not a normal public bathroom. The bathroom seems to extend outwards forever, infinitely, like an optical illusion. The dim light bulbs are suspended on flimsy plastic strings. They gutter in and out, intermittently, unsure of themselves. My head feels heavy. Why does it hurt so much? Ooh. I sigh and hold a hand against my temple. I can feel it pulsating beneath my fingertips. Gross. Human bodies really are gross. Well, that's interesting. Are we not like a human or something? They're bags of flesh that contain all sorts of stuff, bones and blood and guts and goo, with hearts and that beat and lungs that shudder and bladders filled up with amber urine. This is really giving me the feeling that we're not actually human. Thinking about it makes me want to dig my fingernails deep into my skin and dig it all out. But I bet that would look gross too. Maybe I should pull my eyes out first, so I don't need to see all the blood and it splatters on the tiles. And if I know anything about biology, which I don't, neither do I because I hate biology, I'm rubbish at school. Blood doesn't stay red for very long. When it's exposed to air, it oxidizes, I think. And then it starts to turn brown. Then it turns black. I try to imagine what it would look like if the endless, dingy bathroom was stained with my blood. I don't feel anything in particular. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel bad. Maybe that's because it hasn't actually happened. It's nothing more than a silly fantasy. My head is still hurting. My footsteps fall against the floor. When did I start walking? I don't know. I feel like I've been walking for years. The walls on the floor and the stalls and the sink and the dryers, ever heard of commas? And the bins and the mirrors continue to repeat over and over again, in a loop. A stuck videotape. I still have some old videotapes from when she was a kid. It's mostly Disney stuff, Cinderella and Snow White. It liked to spit out tapes with film reels leaking out. When I was young, it used to scare me a little. Lots of things scare me. I turned my head, glancing this way and that. There are 5 sinks lined up neatly against the wall, complete with silvery taps and soap dispensers. It sounds like someone's walking behind me. Somebody stole a roll of toilet paper and left it soaking in one of the basins. It just sounds like someone's walking to the right of my ear. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like it. The paper flops limply over the side of the bowl. It's a bit sad. Tapes are all turned off, but the taps are all turned off, but water still drips from their faulty heads. They're leaking. The lone roll of loo paper is starting to turn soft. It's collapsing in on itself like something rotten. I keep walking. I walk past the sinks. At least I think I walk past the sinks. When I turn my head, I can see them again. Right in the corner of my eyes. 5 sinks, chipped and cracked. with soap dispensers and the same roll of toilet paper lying on the most basin. The roll of paper is still being waterboarded by the faucet tap. I walk by trying to ignore it, but when I glance to the right once more, there it is again. 5 sinks, 5 basins. 1 roll of toilet paper, decomposing slowly. The toilet paper looks worse every time I see it. White paper begins to flake away from the cardboard skeleton. It melts away. I feel like I'm melting away too. I don't know how long I've been walking. My feet are crammed inside my shoes. My toes are pushing up unpleasantly against the tips of the red raw. That's when I realize I'm wearing my old white heels from Aunt Shirley's wedding. Not her last wedding, the wedding before that. I must have been 9 or 10 back then. I'm 15 now, and my feet have done a far bit of growing. No wonder these shoes hurt so much. My feet weren't made for them. Not the feet I have now, at any rate. Why am I wearing them? It hurts. But I keep walking. I can't not keep walking. I'm afraid something bad will happen if I stop. Suddenly, alarmingly, I'm aware that I'm not alone. Let's hope you're alone. Oh, up to stress. There's something behind me. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. But I don't want to know what that something is. Yeah, I don't want to know either. I look back over my shoulder. My breath catches in my throat. Oh, everything has been swallowed up by a musty, impenetrable darkness. Is the background getting darker? 'Cause it was pretty bright before. The darkness smells like an inside of a walk-in wardrobe that hasn't been walked into in a very long time. I tremble. My footsteps strike against the tiles over and over. Oh, the background's changing again. It's getting a lot brighter. Well, the background is definitely changing. My heart beats inside my chest and knocks against my ribcage. My feet hurt. They hurt so much. I think they've started to bleed. Sores and blisters run along the backs of my feet. I can feel welts in the grooves between my toes. They're all bursting. Oh, that's... That 1 sounds like it hurts, and 2 look like imagining it just seems very disgusting. Wait, sorry. Give it time, and my blood will turn burgundy, then dark red, then black. Aren't burgundy and black red the same thing? Everything here is the same. Everything repeats over and over again. The light bulb, the stalls, the sinks, the taps, the toilet paper, the dryers and the tiles and the mirrors and... the mirrors? There's something strange about the mirrors. But no, it isn't the mirrors. It's the girl inside them. My white shoes slosh when I come to a halt. Everything smells. It smells of mold and urine and my own bodily fluids. But the girl who looks back at me in the mirror, her? Fingers gripping the rim of the sink so tightly the knuckles turn white. Isn't it me? I stare. She stares back. Questions run through my head. Where am I? How did I get here? What is this place? I was me when I first started walking, I think. But the more I walked in those 2 small shoes, the less like me I became. I started to change. I just didn't realize it. Not until I saw myself in the mirrors. This girl. Okay, hi. I reach forward, my fingertips brush the surface of the mirror. It's sticky and it makes me feel sick, but my feet are sticky too, so it doesn't matter. I think the stress level is the same as my game progression, but I guess I'll see how that works out, because I don't think that's ever gonna go down. The girl looks like me, She has the same hair, the same eyes, the same nose, the same ears, and the same lips. But she isn't me. Oh, no, I don't like that. I don't like that small frown you just did. My muscles tense beneath her skin. Her face responds. It smiles when I smile, and it frowns when I frown. This face is mine, but I know it isn't. It can't be. I'm not her. She's not me. Mine? Or is it Lynne? That E throws me off, but there's no E here. I'm gonna say Lynne. When I speak, an alien voice comes out from my mouth. My breath catches in my throat. And then I feel something brush against the back of my neck. Oh, no, no, no. No, I don't like it. No, no, no. Not at all. No, no, no. There's nothing in the mirror. Oh, fuck. But there's something. Oh, no. But there's something behind me. I don't know what it is, but I know it's something cold. Even colder than the roll of toilet paper in the sink on the far right. I don't know how long it's been soaking for. I don't know how long I've been here. I don't know how long I've been her. I don't know anything really, but my stress keeps going up. I do know that this is it. The end. Oh my god, everything stopped. The audio stopped. Oh my god, no, I don't want to click. I don't want to click. There'll be no more repetitions. No more walls or floors and stalls and sinks and dryers and bins and mirrors. Like I said, you can use some commas here. There's just me. Me and the darkness and the bad thing that lurks within it. Oh, behind me. Breathing against my neck. Welcome home, line. It seems to say that with invisible teeth encrusted with algae, we missed you. But that's not fair. They got the wrong girl. I'm not her. I'm not Line. Hey, who dis? Jas. Hey, Squirt. Rough night. I root through the bread bin, unearthing the last 2 slices of Warbuttons half and half. Naturally, there's the crust and the cast-offs nobody wants. I glare at Jas. She's sitting in the kitchen table, eating her own slice of toast, not the crusts. She serves those for me. Oh, thanks a lot. No problem, honey. Why are you so selfish? I wonder. Maybe because I'm a horrible person? Well, I know that. I slot my bread crusts, into this toaster inside. I feel worked up. I've been worked up ever since I woke up. I was worked up when I was brushing my teeth. I was worked up when I was combing my hair. I was worked up when I was putting on my skirt and sliding up my socks and buttoning up my shirt. Now I'm worked up as if I wait for my incredibly appetizing breakfast to finish toasting. I wish a knife from the cutlery... Oh, I fish a knife from the... I fish a knife from the cutlery drawer and peer inside the inner workings of the toaster. I peer a little too closely, actually. My hair nearly gets caught inside it. I draw back startled. Jas snorts. Well done, genius! Shut up. I stick my tongue out at her. She sticks her tongue out at mine. I glance back at the toaster, but I don't lean in quite so closely this time. I tap my feet against the floor and sigh. Why is it taking so long? You going anywhere in a hurry? I have to go to school. I don't know. Why are you so eager? I always hated school. Yeah, but I have exams coming up. I pick up the knife and begin to prod at the tops and slowly toasting crusts. You shouldn't do that. You'll electrocute yourself. Like I care. Oh, wow. We got some spunk in us, apparently. I do care, actually. And you'll definitely care when 1 million watts of electricity are coursing through your thick skull. I'll survive. From the beginning, it sounds like you'll survive. Doesn't even sound like you're human. That's what you think. God, why do kids think they know everything? I'm not a kid. Please. Jess touches her and rolls her eyes. She does this a lot. It's very effective. Jess always wears a lot of makeup, and she's good at applying it. Her eyes are particularly expressive. Jess is pretty already. She doesn't really need makeup, but the makeup makes her even prettier. According to Jess, putting her makeup on is the sole thing that gets her out of bed in the mornings. I don't think that should be the reason why you get out in the morning. I guess there's not much else for her to do. She doesn't have a job. She just sits around in the house all day. Oh, that makes sense now. Jess, get a job! Sometimes I wish I could do that. Also, I like how her shirt just says basic. Explains Jess a lot. I thought you were meant to be smart, the smart one in the family, Lynne. I'm not smart. I suck. Literally? Piss off. Jess is the one who sucks. And that is literal. The bulge of her belly is proof enough. Oh, she's pregnant. Not that you get pregnant like that. I know that much. I might be in secondary school, but I'm not thick. I don't know about that. You're looking kinda thick. Not that thick anyway. Oh, wow. Good job on you, game developers. You know exactly where we were going with that. The toaster pings. My bread crusts pop up like I should be happy to see them. I'm not. Piss off. She tells. Oh, that's great. She tells the bread to piss off. That's amazing. I poke the crust with the tip of my knife again. You don't reply. Jess does. Hey, I don't think your toast is gonna reply to you. Why are you talking to your breakfast, you crazy girl? I thought you said you didn't want to be late to school. I don't. She's so blunt. Then why don't you go get a move on? You'll miss your train. I know. I grab a plate and slide my crusts onto it. I smear butter on the crusts an inch thick. Then this will somehow make them taste better. And I scoop a lemon curd for good measure. The lemon curd mixes with the gooey, bright yellow butter. The end result looks kinda gross, but it tastes fine. I take my plate into the kitchen and stumble on my way there, twisting my ankle in thin air. Oh. I curse beneath my breath. Date! It's a bad word. Bad word. Hey Lynne, are you sure you're okay? You seem a little out of it. A little, I guess. Bad dream? Yeah. Bad doesn't quite cover it. Terrible, more like it. My feet still hurt. I checked them when I woke up this morning, trembling, to see they were still in one piece or not. I was afraid they'd be bloodied stumps. The little bones are broken from being forced into shoes too small for me. They looked fine, but then 10 minutes ago, what about now? My toes curl against the inside of my shoes. Jess stares at me. Does she think I've totally gone mental? I've gone totally mental. Maybe I have. You were tossing and turning like the girl from The Exorcist this morning. Lynne, you woke me up. So that explains why Jess and I are up so early. She doesn't usually suffice until gone noon. She doesn't have to. Not since she dropped out from the 6th form college. All she does is practice her makeup in front of her vanity mirror. Our vanity mirror, actually. To since we share the same bedroom, eat cereal, and watch the Jeremy Kyle show. Who's Jeremy Kyle? I stare at my crusts. My crusts stare back. Slathered in butter, and lemon curd. My stomach churns. I'm sorry, Jess. It's alright. It's alright. I already got my revenge. The bread? Mm-hmm. Jess curls and stands in the hair about her finger. She looks smug. So what are you gonna be doing today? More studying? Why'd that make my stress go up? Don't mention the S word. What, stress? Now, you've got to get your GCSEs coming up in what, 3 weeks? You better get cracking. Is that like a entrance exam for college? What they call it? I know this game isn't American. I could tell just by they using the term secondary and sixth form college. Those are terms like usually in Europe where they use those forms. I bite into my bread crust smeared with the butter and lemon curd. The butter is sweet, oily, and fatty, while the lemon curd is sharp and sweet. It's thick and sticky. It feels like it's clogging up my throat. Maybe I put a little too much on. You know, Mom and Dad expect a lot from you. Don't let them down. I feel sick. I definitely used too much lemon curd. Jess, please. What? It's the truth. After it turned out being so monumental fuck up, the least you could do is not fail any of your GCSEs. Wow, that's gonna fuck me over later in a minute. You're supposed to be the smart one, remember? That's why they say, but... My voice trails off. My cheeks are smeared with toast crumbs and bits of lemon curd. They feel oily. I swallow. I don't want to talk about it. Well, you'll probably be fine. You'd have to try to do worse in your GCSEs than I did. Yeah, but it's different now. You could retake your exams. I can't. Mm-hmm. Sucks to be you. Jess sounds so cheerful, it kind of makes me want to punch her. But I know I can't. Not anymore. We used to fight a lot when we were younger, with hair pulling and scratching, but now Jess is pregnant, I'd feel a little guilty about slapping her. You can't hit pregnant women. I mean you kinda can, just don't hit the stomach. I mean, you can slap her face around like, just give it a little slap, but you know, that's fine. Even if that pregnant woman's your sister, who wasn't really a woman, what you gotta say, huh? What you saying? She can identify as whatever she wants to be. Giving her the mock woman. What's wrong with you? 2018. I don't think she is anyway. Now you're just putting on labels. What's wrong with you? She's only 19. Oh, she's older than me. She's still a teenager, technically. I clicked my lemon curd tongue against the roof of my mouth. I should probably get going. You probably should. Don't drop out of school before your exams start. Otherwise, what would be the point? Sometimes I think Jess derives happiness from my suffering. She really is a rotten big sister. She's always been like that. She used to bully me relentlessly when we were little. She was always kicking me beneath the dinner table, hitting me with the TV remote, and whispering creepy stories in my ear at night when I was trying to sleep. Oh, is that what your nightmare was? She's over there whispering like, hey, yeah, you see those 5 sinks and those 5 mirrors and a creepy ass lady in the mirror? Yeah, that was you. She told me Santa wasn't real when I was 4. Wow. Just drop the S-bomb on him again, huh? I cried. I cried a lot. And then she went and got herself knocked up. And now she's so heavily pregnant, I can't argue back when she starts being a bitch because I'd feel guilty. PG-13 people, come on. Maybe she's smarter than her GCSE results give her credit for. I dropped my plate in the sink. It's coated with crumbs and smear off buttery lemon. I think this might be actually a Russian game, because I know in some parts of Russia, when you take a test once you finish high school, and then that test based on your results tells you what kind of career you're going to be going into and like what you're studying. No matter like what you want, that test determines your future. What are you going to do all day, Jess? Watch the Jerry Kyle show, probably. So basic. Don't you ever get sick of that? Nope. I don't like that show. I think it's mean. It's the sort of show that makes fun of people like Jess. The audience watches these poor, sad, broken people pour their guts and argue with each other and break down into tears when they laugh and cheer and applaud like it's something funny. Oh, so it's like Maury or Dr. Phil. It isn't funny. It's real people's lives, and I hate it. But Jazz doesn't seem to care. I know it's mean, but I'm not on that show. Why does it matter? I think that's the thing about shows like that. People are like, oh, it's not my life, it doesn't matter, but it's still people putting their like daily lives on display in front of millions of people and just get ruined in front of them. So like shows Maury, like they're trying to figure out like people's problems with like children and whether or not they're their fathers and stuff like that. But in my opinion, I don't think that's the right way to go about it, especially like shows like that. There are better ways than putting yourself on display for millions of people. I run my dirty plate beneath the lukewarm water and frown. It just isn't very nice. Says you. Didn't you give that girl in your class a black eye a few months ago? Ooh. She deserved it. She called you a slut. Oh! Hey, my girl defending her sister. That's what's up. She might have been right. Oh. Wow. Oh. What? Jess prods at her belly. It strains beneath her shirt like a large, obscene balloon. Can we, like, see it, like, right here in this screen? She literally looks like the skinniest person ever. Maybe I am a slut. This is why I can't argue with Jess anymore. Not even when she steals my apricot yogurts. Yog hurts. Nigga hurts. She doesn't fight back like she used to. The wind tugs at the hem of the school skirt. I hold it down with one hand and use the other to support the straps of my belly up of my old messenger bag. My bag's falling apart. It doesn't close properly, but I can't afford a new one. I'll have to bear with it, just like I have to bear with Jazz. Hand-me-down uniforms and these old, scuffed trainers. At least they're not the same. At least they're not the shoes I wore in Aunt Shirley's first wedding. I click my tongue against the roof of my mouth. Why am I still thinking about that dream? It must have left an impression on me. That's rare. I have bad dreams on an almost daily basis, but the details start slipping. Details start slipping away the moment I open my eyes. It's definitely unusual for me to still remember not just the gist, but the specific ins and outs of my dreams while I wait for the platform number 2 at Strawberry Hill station for my train. There are a few other people waiting, glancing alternately between their watches and electronic signboard. Rush hour in London is never oh, okay, so it's London, and it's never pleasant. The trains are always packed. Yeah, I knew it was some type of European game. I hate going to school, especially with the bulky messenger bag to manipulate. Once I hit a small child in the face with my bag when I was scrambling onto the train. Wow, that is... you gotta watch yourself. He cried and his mother started to scold me very, very loudly in front of all the smart businessmen. What do you think you're doing, clumsy girl? His nose is bleeding. You could have caused some serious damage. What do you have to say? Right into this woman's tirade, I was almost crying too. I couldn't cry, of course, because I wasn't a little kid. But people don't think it's cute when teenagers cry. They think it's pathetic. I disagree with that. I was 13 back then. I'm even older now. I don't feel any wiser though. She was barely a teen. My GCSEs are coming up soon. Then I'll finish with school for good. I won't need to ride on the cramped train at 7:30 in the morning ever again. Unless I decide to go to college like Jess did. I didn't think I'd go to the same college as Jess though. Because she was studying health and beauty, that's a vocational subject. I think Jess is pretty good at health and beauty, especially the beauty part. She knows all about getting your nails trimmed and how to curl people's hair, but Dad wasn't very happy about it. He kept banging on, saying she was wasting her life, wasting her education. We've given you so many opportunities, and you're just filling them back in your faces. Why can't you be more like your sister? I don't know why anybody would want to be like me. I don't want to be like me. But at the same time, I glance to the right. I half expect to see a glint of metal taps in my peripheral vision, complete with basins. But I don't. Oh. Instead, I see a girl around my age, but not quite my age. She looks exactly like her. I know her. We're in the same form group. Are you sure it's not your twin? We've been in the same form group ever since I started grade court school. Grade court GCSE, grade court school exams. There we go. She's a girl who looks a lot like me, with straight black hair and brown eyes, but there's more to it than that. Okay, at least she acknowledges they look the same. It's the arrangement of her features on her face and the shape of them, too. Her eyes, her nose, her ears, her lips. At least I didn't put "and" every time. She looks so much like me. It's a little creepy. She looks so much like me that Miss Madley from our form teacher did a double take when she saw us in the oversized gray court uniform in our first day in year 7. She asked us in this very exaggerated tone if we were twins. Like being a twin is something special. We're not, of course. We're not related at all. Well, we're probably related in some way if you go back far enough, but the blood ties between us would be so weak that it'd be about 99.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ones, tens, hundred thousands, million. 99.99999 trillion water. Water? Why water? It doesn't help that she has the same name as me. A similar name, at least. My name is Lynne. She's also called Lynne. Oh, so she has the E then. She's me, but a me who reached out into a Scrabble box and pulled out an extra vowel. That's interesting. That's an interesting way to see it. Her name would be worth more than mine if you tried to play it on a board. Like she's so much better than I am. Oh, no, don't say that. And in a way, I guess she is. Her school bag is nice and shiny, so are her shoes. Her uniforms are always ironed, and her tights never have any holes. She's like me, but better. Lynne with an E. She'll probably do better in her GCSEs than I will too. That's a given. Lynne is smart. Is really smart. I look at her. I look at her for a little too long, as I often do, and she lifts her head. Her eyes meet mine. Her gaze hurts. It feels like a needle is digging into the back of my skull. A short, sharp pain splits through the side of my head. A wince. I know this is going to sound pretty petty, but I really, really hate that girl. Okay, so I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna end the episode here, going on for like half an hour now. But I'm gonna keep playing this. I'm really enjoying this. So let me go to my main menu. So that's Lynne. So tell me what you guys think about this game in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Lynne, and I'll see you in the next video.